So, if I wanted to do some intellectual conversations, you mean like integrate some different types of thoughts, you mean like into society, you mean into people's daily conversation. You know, communication is key. Education is wisdom. And knowledge is power. Knowledge without the proper comprehension of the power and the responsibility that you hold both ways, then you'll always procure a full skirt. That's what it says in the Bible. But so they say there's 3 books in the Bible: the Old Testament, the New Testament, and then the Revelations.
No, they're not.
There's the Quran,
They're just bike
which is the 3rd book, the preaching, the teachings. The first 5 books in the Old Testament, which is what the Jewish believe in, and the Muslims believe in the Quran, as I touched on before.
Don't play that.
But this is RJay, Mr. UT, no doubt Ogden UT, or RJay Walker. You mean like with my world star. But this is so they say you fear what you don't understand, or what we don't comprehend. I use the word comprehend because words are very important. The tongue can cut both ways, both good and bad. There's the yin and yang. There's opposites, just like in psychology. They say you can either be passive or aggressive or flight or fight. It's one extreme or the other. Without some type of mediation, or intervening, person, or thing, or whatever it is, then you would never be able to come to the proper, adjustment, which is moderation, or a happy medium, which therapy, is very, very much, such a important tool, that most people don't get exposed to way later in their lifetime.
RJ, I have to get my phone back, and I gotta go.
RJay, Mr. UT, that is just a little segment, that is my positive, like enlightenment sowing seed of the April 22nd, 2016, 4 years ago. Shit, it's 2020, clear vision, perfect sight. So what you believe is what you perceive. Your reality is based off of your experiences and your life. Personally, each person's reality holds the key to them, your XYZ. So at the Riverdale station, when I picked up my backpack today, it said this. It says past, present, and the current. I told the officer, I said,
Yeah?
why don't you guys put past, current, and
It has
future?
to be-
Because the present state of mind, put it in a box and put a bow on top of it. That's infinite. So time is infinite. The present state of mind, or the truth, the 3 books. So the Bible, the basic instruction before leaving Earth. So if I was to die today, or if I was to give up today, like I did before, that's the positive seed. And that's something. Ecclesiastical, biblical. Scriptures. For the soul, food for thought. And then more importantly, this is like a ghetto hood motherfucking chop up version of a TED Talk. Psych 101, Paul Kleiman, that's a book. Randy Pausch, Last Lecture, that's another book. The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, that's another book. And written by the same author, another title of another book that Mitch Albom wrote was Tuesdays with Maury.
Okay, start taking your bike upstairs, baby.
And those are just something, like for you as people, we as people, because there is only one race, and that is the human race. We have different ethnic origins or derivatives, but those are only our ethnic backgrounds. There's always pride, It's always good to be proud of who you are. Because if you embrace your passion and embrace your heritage, and then put it at level sight, with your genetics, or your genealogy and your hereditary, and your environment and your environmental components, then you'll be able to adjust appropriately. And I mean, passive and aggressive, no, it's moderation. Cancer, by definition, is anything out of the anything out of, like, anything in excess of growth at a rate that your body cannot comprehend, I mean, or adjust with
Mel, go clean that grass out
and
there
grow,
right now.
you know, together
That's
as
the
whole, as
babies.
one.
Blow it off.
So, first commandment: there is no other God. There's only one.
Blow it off.
For real. RJay, Mr. UT, OGDEN, straight out of Ogden, straight out of Utah, 081, positive inspiration, hustle and motivate, Nipsey Hustle stuff, spitting legalese, jargon. Oh yeah, and another thing, guys, Black's Law Dictionary and the Constitution, the preamble, and remember this is elementary basics. Take it back to the beginning. Adolescent and pre-adolescent exposures, meaning developmental cycles. Cycle 1, Paul Kleiman. Remember that, Sigmund and Freud. Electromagnetic shock therapy. Which frequencies in your brain, electrons, protons, atoms, everything's atoms and molecules. Atoms, Adam and Eve, the first man. Adam and Eve, positive, negative. You know what I mean? Like, there's yin and yang, moderation. RJay, Mr. U2, I apologize, guys. Love you, food for thought. So if I was to die today, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful blessing, but I got many more in store. Black's Law Dictionary, educate yourself to what you don't know. Put it back on there. Ignorance is bliss, but ignorance is oblivious. On God, OJ, dark work. Rest in peace, brothers. Cousins, family. Immortalized within my heart, gone but not forgotten. Ogden, Utah.